Have you ever paused to think about what truly makes you happy? Is it the new car you just bought? Or is it something deeper? In a world filled with distractions and constant pressures, it's easy to lose sight of what happiness really means. Many people chase fleeting pleasures, thinking they will find lasting joy. But what if there's a better way to live? What if happiness isn't found in things, but in our mindset and actions? Imagine waking up each day feeling a sense of peace and contentment, regardless of the circumstances around you. This isn't just a dream. It's a possibility rooted in Buddhist teachings. Buddhism offers profound insights that can help us live a fulfilling life, guiding us to focus on what truly matters. In this video, we will explore how to embrace happiness in our daily lives and avoid the traps that lead to dissatisfaction. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we weave together insights from ancient wisdom to help you navigate modern challenges. If you find value in what you see, remember, there are so many views on this channel, but only 0.2% subscribe. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on transformative advice that can change your life. In this video, we promise to share valuable insights that will empower you to take control of your happiness. You'll learn how to let go of negativity, embrace the present moment, and cultivate a life filled with joy. Stick with us as we dive into the teachings of Buddhism, revealing how they can illuminate your path to a happier, more meaningful life. Get ready for a journey that could transform your perspective on happiness forever. Understanding true happiness through Buddhism. Happiness is often thought of as something we can obtain, like a new phone or a fancy dinner. But what if true happiness is not about getting something at all? In Buddhism, happiness is not found in external things. It's a state of mind that comes from within. This understanding is crucial because it shifts our focus from the outside world to our inner experience. To begin, let's think about a time when you felt genuinely happy. Perhaps it was during a simple moment, a warm cup of tea on a chilly morning, or a heartfelt conversation with a friend. These moments remind us that happiness is often found in the little things. Buddhism teaches us to appreciate the present moment, rather than constantly seeking happiness in the future. This is the essence of mindfulness. Mindfulness means paying attention to our thoughts and feelings without judgment. It's about being fully present, whether we're eating, walking, or even just breathing. When we practice mindfulness, we begin to notice the beauty of our everyday experiences. The laughter of a child, the rustle of leaves in the wind, or the warmth of the sun on our skin. These simple things can bring profound joy. However, many people overlook these moments, believing that true happiness lies in achieving their goals or acquiring more possessions. But the truth is that these external factors often lead to temporary satisfaction at best. Once the newness fades, we find ourselves yearning for more. This cycle of desire can lead to frustration and disappointment. Buddhism teaches that by letting go of our attachments to these desires, we can experience a deeper sense of happiness. Another essential concept in Buddhism is the idea of impermanence. Everything in life is constantly changing. Our emotions, circumstances, and even our relationships shift over time. Recognizing this impermanence helps us to understand that both joy and sadness are temporary. When we accept this, we can let go of the need to hold on to moments of happiness, knowing that they will come and go. This acceptance leads to a more profound sense of peace. Instead of chasing after happiness, we can cultivate contentment in the present moment. A wise saying in Buddhism is, "Suffering arises from desire." By reducing our desires, we can decrease our suffering and open ourselves up to a more joyful existence. It's also important to understand that happiness isn't a destination. It's a journey. Many people think, "I will be happy when I achieve this," or "I will be happy when I have that." But happiness isn't something we find at the end of a path. It's part of the journey itself. By focusing on our experiences and being present, we can discover joy in every step we take. Moreover, Buddhism emphasizes the importance of compassion. True happiness often comes from helping others and fostering meaningful connections. When we extend kindness to those around us, we create an environment where happiness can flourish. Acts of compassion not only uplift others, but also enrich our own lives. Imagine the feeling you get when you help someone in need. It brings a warmth to your heart, doesn't it? That's the beauty of compassion. It reminds us that we are not alone and that our happiness is intertwined with the happiness of others. This interconnectedness is a vital aspect of understanding true happiness in Buddhism. Additionally, the practice of gratitude plays a significant role in fostering happiness. When we take the time to appreciate what we have, rather than focusing on what we lack, we shift our perspective. Keeping a gratitude journal, where you write down things you are thankful for, can help reinforce this mindset. Reflecting on these positive aspects of life can brighten our days and enhance our overall sense of well-being. In Buddhism, meditation is a powerful tool for cultivating happiness. It allows us to quiet our minds and connect with our inner selves. During meditation, we can observe our thoughts and feelings without becoming attached to them. This practice helps us develop greater awareness and understanding of our minds, leading to increased clarity and peace. As we continue our exploration of happiness through Buddhism, it's essential to recognize that it's a personal journey. What brings joy to one person might not resonate with another. Therefore, it's crucial to explore and discover what makes you happy. This may involve trying new activities, engaging in creative pursuits, or simply spending time in nature. Remember that the journey toward true happiness is not a race. It's about making small, meaningful changes in our lives. As we incorporate mindfulness, compassion, gratitude, and meditation into our daily routines, we slowly build a foundation for lasting happiness. By understanding and applying these Buddhist principles, we can gradually transform our perception of happiness. Instead of searching outside ourselves for fulfillment, we learn to cultivate a sense of joy from within. It's a beautiful journey of self-discovery that can lead to a more fulfilling and harmonious life. As we move forward in this exploration of happiness, let's keep these insights in mind. Embracing the present moment, letting go of attachments, practicing compassion, and nurturing gratitude will guide us on our path to true happiness. It's not always easy, but with patience and dedication, we can uncover the joy that resides within each of us. The art of living in the present moment. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. We often find ourselves racing towards goals or dwelling on mistakes, losing sight of the beauty around us in the present moment. This tendency can steal our happiness and peace of mind. But what if we learn to appreciate the here and now? Living in the present moment means fully experiencing life as it unfolds. It's about engaging with our surroundings, noticing the little details, and truly feeling each moment. Imagine sipping a cup of tea. Instead of thinking about your to-do list or the next meeting, focus on the warmth of the cup in your hands, the aroma of the tea, and the flavor as you take each sip. This simple act can bring a sense of calm and joy that often goes unnoticed. Buddhism teaches us that the present moment is where life happens. The past is gone, and the future is not yet here. When we spend our time wishing for a different life or worrying about what's next, we miss out on the richness of the current experience. Every moment is a gift, and by living fully in the now, we open ourselves to greater happiness. One powerful way to cultivate present moment awareness is through mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. It encourages us to observe our experiences instead of getting lost in them. When we practice mindfulness, we learn to notice when our minds drift to worries or regrets. With gentle awareness, we can bring ourselves back to the present. You can start incorporating mindfulness into your daily life with small steps. When you're eating, take the time to truly savor your food. Notice the textures, colors, and flavors. Rather than eating on the go or in front of the TV, create a space where you can enjoy your meal peacefully. This practice not only enhances your experience, but also promotes gratitude for what you have. Another way to stay present is through mindful breathing. Take a moment each day to focus on your breath. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and take deep, slow breaths. Inhale deeply through your nose, filling your lungs, and then exhale gently through your mouth. Feel the air entering and leaving your body. This simple practice can ground you, helping you return to the present moment whenever you feel overwhelmed. It's also essential to embrace the idea of impermanence. Everything in life is constantly changing. The flowers bloom and fade, seasons shift, and even our emotions come and go. Understanding this can help us appreciate the present moment more fully. When we recognize that nothing lasts forever, we learn to cherish the experiences we have right now, whether joyful or challenging. We can also cultivate presence by letting go of distractions. In today's world, we're surrounded by technology, notifications, and endless information. These distractions can pull us away from our experiences. Consider setting aside time each day to unplug from your devices. Use this time to connect with nature, spend time with loved ones, or engage in a hobby that brings you joy. You might be surprised at how refreshing it feels to disconnect and immerse yourself in the present. Journaling can be a powerful tool to enhance present moment awareness. Take a few minutes each day to write about your thoughts and experiences. Focus on what you're feeling right now and what you're grateful for in this moment. This practice not only helps you process your emotions, but also encourages reflection on the beauty of everyday life. As you cultivate the habit of living in the present, you may notice a shift in your perspective. Stressors that once felt overwhelming may begin to feel more manageable. The small joys in life can become more pronounced, and you may find greater fulfillment in simple moments. In Buddhism, the concept of mindful awareness is central to leading a fulfilling life. It teaches us that happiness is not found in the destination, but in the journey. By being present, we can connect more deeply with ourselves and the world around us. We learn to appreciate the beauty of a sunset, the laughter of friends, or the warmth of a hug. As you practice living in the present, remember that it's normal for your mind to wander. The key is to gently guide it back without judgment. Just like training a muscle, building mindfulness takes time and patience. Celebrate small victories along the way. Whether it's noticing your breath during a busy day or feeling a sense of peace while taking a walk. Ultimately, living in the present moment opens the door to happiness and peace. It encourages us to embrace life as it is, rather than how we wish it to be. When we stop chasing the next moment and start fully experiencing this one, we begin to uncover the joy that is always available to us. This journey of mindfulness and presence can lead to a deeper connection with ourselves, others, and the world around us. By choosing to live in the now, we can transform our lives from a series of fleeting moments into a rich tapestry of experiences, each contributing to our overall sense of joy and fulfillment. So take a deep breath, look around you, and appreciate this moment, for it is truly all we have. Letting go of material attachments. In life, we often find ourselves chasing after things. A new phone, a bigger house, the latest fashion. These desires can seem endless. But what if I told you that true happiness does not come from having more? Instead, it comes from learning to let go. This is a fundamental teaching in Buddhism, where attachment to material possessions is seen as a major source of suffering. Imagine holding a heavy backpack filled with rocks. At first, it might seem manageable, but over time, the weight becomes unbearable. This is what it feels like to cling to material things. The more you hold on, the heavier it gets, and soon, it can weigh you down so much that you struggle to move forward in life. Letting go of attachments allows you to lighten your load, making room for peace and happiness. Think about a moment when you were truly happy. Perhaps it was a simple day spent with loved ones, a walk in nature, or even a moment of quiet reflection. In those times, did you find joy in the latest gadget or the fanciest car? Most likely not. Happiness often arises from experiences and connections, not possessions. Buddhism teaches that everything in life is impermanent. This means that things come and go. They are not meant to last forever. When we hold tightly to objects or even people, we set ourselves up for disappointment and heartache. Instead of seeking fulfillment in the external world, we should turn our attention inward, discovering contentment in ourselves. Letting go doesn't mean you can't enjoy what you have. It simply means not letting those things define you or your happiness. For example, if you own a beautiful piece of jewelry, appreciate it, but don't let it dictate how you feel about yourself. If it gets lost or broken, your happiness should not crumble with it. One of the most powerful practices in Buddhism is mindfulness. Being mindful means being present in the moment and fully experiencing life as it unfolds. When you practice mindfulness, you start to notice how often you attach your happiness to things. You might catch yourself thinking, "I will be happy when I buy that new car," or I will feel fulfilled once I have a bigger house. Recognizing these thoughts is the first step towards letting go. You can start this journey by practicing gratitude. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you have, not what you lack. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. This simple act shifts your focus from wanting more to appreciating what is already present in your life. Over time, this can help reduce the desire for material possessions. Another helpful approach is to declutter your space. Go through your belongings and ask yourself, does this item bring me joy? If it doesn't, consider letting it go. Donate clothes you haven't worn in a year or sell items you no longer need. This act of releasing physical things can also translate into emotional and mental freedom. Buddhism encourages us to cultivate non-attachment, which means engaging with the world without becoming overly invested in outcomes. This doesn't mean you shouldn't care about your work or relationships. It means that your sense of self-worth and happiness should not rely solely on them. If you lose a job, your happiness should not be shattered. Instead, see it as an opportunity for growth and new beginnings. Letting go of material attachments can also enhance your relationships. When you stop expecting happiness from things, you can focus on the people in your life. Spend quality time with friends and family, listen to them, and truly engage. These connections become far more meaningful when you are not preoccupied with material desires. Additionally, think about how often you compare yourself to others. Social media can make this even harder, as it often portrays a picture-perfect life filled with luxurious items. Remember, what you see online is often a highlight reel, not the full story. Instead of envying others, practice celebrating their successes. This mindset shift allows you to let go of comparison and appreciate your unique journey. When you start letting go of material attachments, you will likely find that your happiness increases. You will feel lighter, more at peace, and better able to enjoy life's simple pleasures. You may even discover new interests and passions as you free up space in your mind and heart. As you progress on this path, be patient with yourself. Letting go is not a one-time event. It's a continual practice. Some days will be easier than others, and that's perfectly okay. Acknowledge your feelings, but don't let them control you. With time, you will become more comfortable with the idea of non-attachment. In conclusion, letting go of material attachments is a vital step towards a happier life. It allows us to appreciate what we have, fosters deeper connections, and opens us up to new possibilities. Embrace this journey with an open heart, and you may find that true happiness was within you all along, waiting to be uncovered. Practicing compassion and kindness. Compassion and kindness are at the heart of living a happy life. But what do these words really mean? Compassion is about understanding and caring for others. It's about feeling their pain and wanting to help. Kindness, on the other hand, is the action we take to show that care. Together, they create a powerful force for change, not only in the lives of others, but also in our own. Imagine you're walking down the street and you see someone struggling with heavy bags. What do? Many might hurry past, lost in their own thoughts. But what if you paused for a moment? Offering to help that person not only makes their day better, but also fills your heart with warmth. In that small act of kindness, you connect with another human being. You share a moment of compassion, and in return, you feel joy. It's a simple truth. The more you give, the more you receive. Buddhism teaches us that kindness is like a ripple in a pond. When you throw a stone into water, it creates waves that spread out in all directions. Every act of kindness creates ripples in the lives of others. When we are kind, we inspire others to be kind as well. It's a beautiful cycle. If everyone took a moment to show kindness, imagine the world we could create. A world filled with love and support instead of anger and division. Practicing compassion doesn't mean you have to make grand gestures. It can be as simple as a smile or a kind word. Have you ever noticed how a smile can change someone's day? When you smile at a stranger, it can brighten their mood. It shows them that they are seen and valued. That simple action can spread joy beyond what you realize. Being compassionate also means being patient and understanding with others. People are often facing struggles you know nothing about. When someone is rude or unkind, it might be because they are hurting. Instead of reacting with anger, try to respond with compassion. A gentle word or a listening ear can make a huge difference. When you approach others with kindness, It creates an environment where everyone feels safe and valued. One important aspect of compassion is to start with yourself. It's hard to be kind to others if you are harsh on yourself. Think about how you talk to yourself when you make a mistake. Are you supportive, or do you criticize yourself? Treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend. When you learn to love and accept yourself, you are better equipped to show love and acceptance to others. Compassion also involves understanding our shared humanity. We all have hopes, dreams, fears, and challenges. Recognizing that we are not alone in our struggles helps us connect with others on a deeper level. This understanding fosters empathy, which allows us to genuinely relate to the experiences of others. In our busy lives, it can be easy to forget to slow down and connect. Take a moment each day to reach out. Whether it's a phone call to a friend, a text to check in on someone, or even volunteering in your community, these acts of connection nurture our relationships and build a more compassionate world. Meditation is a great tool to cultivate compassion. When we meditate, we quiet our minds and focus on our breath. This practice allows us to center ourselves, creating space for compassion to grow. During meditation, you might reflect on someone who is suffering. Picture them in your mind and send them loving thoughts. This practice not only benefits them, but also fills your heart with warmth and peace. Compassion can also transform how we view challenges. Instead of seeing obstacles as burdens, we can view them as opportunities to practice kindness. When someone cuts you off in traffic, instead of getting angry, consider that they might be having a tough day. This shift in perspective helps us cultivate patience and understanding. It's important to remember that practicing compassion doesn't mean ignoring your own needs. It's about finding a balance. You can care for others while also taking care of yourself. When you fill your own cup, you have more to give to those around you. In conclusion, embracing compassion and kindness opens the door to a happier life. Every small act contributes to a more caring world. When we treat ourselves and others with compassion, we create a community that nurtures happiness and love. The journey of compassion is ongoing. Each day offers a new chance to practice kindness and spread joy. As we engage in this practice, we find that happiness becomes not just an emotion, but a way of life. So, let's choose to be compassionate. Let's choose to be kind. With every act, we shape our lives and the world around us. Together, we can create a ripple effect that transforms our lives and the lives of those we touch. Remember, happiness grows when we share it with others. Embracing change is a part of life. Life is like a flowing river, always changing, always moving. Sometimes it feels calm and peaceful, while other times it can be turbulent and chaotic. But just like the river, change is a natural part of our existence. It's easy to feel scared or overwhelmed by change, but what if we could embrace it instead? What if we could see change not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth? In Buddhism, impermanence is a core concept. Everything around us is in a constant state of flux. This means that nothing lasts forever. Not our feelings, not our situations, and certainly not our challenges. Understanding this can bring a sense of freedom. When we accept that change is inevitable, we can let go of our fears and anxieties about the future. We can learn to adapt and flow with life, just like water. Imagine a time when you faced a big change. Maybe it was starting a new job, moving to a new place, or even a shift in a relationship. At first, it might have felt daunting, but as time passed, you likely found that you grew stronger and more resilient. You adapted to your new environment, learned new skills, and discovered aspects of yourself you never knew existed. Embracing change allowed you to transform. Buddhism teaches us to approach change with curiosity rather than resistance. Instead of clinging to the past or worrying about what's to come, we can focus on the present moment. Mindfulness helps us stay grounded, allowing us to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. When we practice mindfulness, we can accept change with an open heart and mind. One way to cultivate this acceptance is through meditation. When you sit quietly and observe your breath, you begin to notice how thoughts come and go, just like the clouds in the sky. You might have a thought about a stressful situation, but as you breathe, you realize that it doesn't need to consume you. This awareness helps you see that thoughts and feelings are temporary, just like the changes in life. Another powerful practice is to reflect on past changes. Think about a time when you faced something difficult. How did you feel then, and how do you feel now? Often, we can look back and see that the changes, even the hard ones, led to growth and new opportunities. This perspective can help us approach future changes with a sense of hope and possibility. It's also important to remember that change can lead to new beginnings. Each ending is just a door to something new. When we finish one chapter of our lives, we open up to the next. Embracing change means we are willing to step into the unknown, ready to discover what lies ahead. This willingness can lead us to unexpected joys and experiences we may never have imagined. Consider the seasons of nature. Each season brings its own beauty. Spring blooms with flowers, summer shines with warmth, autumn offers vibrant colors, and winter blankets the world in white. Each change is essential for the cycle of life. Similarly, our lives have seasons, and embracing the changes can help us appreciate the beauty of each moment. Letting go is another vital aspect of embracing change. It's natural to hold on to what feels comfortable, but sometimes this attachment can weigh us down. In Buddhism, letting go is seen as a way to free ourselves from suffering. When we learn to release our grip on what no longer serves us, we create space for new experiences and growth. It's like cleaning out a closet. When you let go of old clothes, you make room for new ones. You might find it helpful to create a personal mantra to remind yourself of the beauty of change. Something simple like, "I welcome change with an open heart," can help shift your mindset. Repeat it to yourself whenever you feel anxious about change, and let it remind you that change is a part of life's journey. Surrounding yourself with supportive people can also ease the transition during times of change. Talk to friends or family about your feelings. Sharing your experiences can help you feel less alone and give you new perspectives on the situation. You might find that others have faced similar changes and can offer valuable insights or encouragement. In moments of uncertainty, practicing gratitude can be incredibly powerful. Reflect on what you are grateful for, even in times of change. This practice can help shift your focus from what you are losing to what you still have. Gratitude reminds us that, despite the challenges, there are always things to appreciate in our lives. Remember, embracing change doesn't mean you won't feel discomfort. It's okay to feel sad, scared, or anxious about changes. These feelings are a natural part of being human. What matters is how you respond to those feelings. Rather than resisting them, acknowledge them, and allow yourself to feel without judgment. As you navigate life's changes, try to remain flexible and open-minded. The more you practice accepting change, the easier it becomes. You'll find that life's transitions can lead to new opportunities and experiences that enrich your life in ways you never thought possible. In conclusion, embracing change as a part of life can transform your perspective and help you live more fully. By accepting impermanence, practicing mindfulness, and cultivating gratitude, you can navigate life's changes with grace and resilience. Remember that each change brings with it the potential for growth and discovery. Life is a beautiful journey, and every twist and turn is an opportunity to learn and evolve. Embrace change, and you may find that it leads you to your happiest self. Embracing change is a part of life. Change is an unavoidable part of life. Every day, we encounter new experiences, feelings, and situations that can shift our perspectives. Yet, many people struggle with change. They cling to what they know and resist the natural flow of life. This resistance can lead to suffering, but understanding the nature of change can bring peace and happiness. In Buddhism, the concept of impermanence, or anicca, teaches us that everything is in constant flux. Our thoughts, feelings, and experiences are all temporary. When we accept that nothing stays the same, we can start to embrace change rather than fear it. Imagine standing by a river, watching the water flow by. You cannot step into the same water twice. It's always moving, always changing. Just like the river, our lives are continuously flowing and evolving. Consider a time in your life when you faced a significant change. Maybe you started a new job, moved to a different city, or experienced a change in relationships. Initially, it may have felt overwhelming, but as time passed, you adapted and often discovered new opportunities and joys. This adaptability is a part of being human. When we allow ourselves to accept change, we create space for growth. Buddhism teaches us to cultivate a mindset of acceptance. This doesn't mean we have to like every change that comes our way. Instead, it encourages us to acknowledge the feelings we have about change, whether it's fear, sadness, or uncertainty, and then let them go. Think of it as holding a hot coal in your hand. If you cling to it, you will only get burned. But if you release it, you free yourself from the pain. To help with this, we can practice mindfulness. Mindfulness invites us to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. When faced with a change, take a moment to sit quietly. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Allow yourself to feel whatever emotions arise. Are you anxious? Excited? Confused? Acknowledge these feelings. By doing this, we can better understand our reactions and begin to release the grip we have on the past. Another aspect of embracing change is the practice of gratitude. When something changes in our lives, it can often lead us to new opportunities. Instead of focusing on what we have lost, we can shift our perspective to what we have gained. If you've moved away from home, for instance, think about the new friendships you can make and the experiences you can have in your new environment. Keeping a gratitude journal can help you reflect on these positive aspects of change. It's also important to remember that change can be a teacher. Every change we experience carries a lesson. For example, losing a job may feel devastating at first, but it can push us to explore new career paths or develop skills we never knew we had. Change forces us out of our comfort zones, which is where real growth occurs. Ask yourself, what can this change teach me? How can I use it to become a better version of myself? As we navigate life's changes, it can help to connect with others. Sharing our experiences with friends or family can provide support and comfort. You may find that they have gone through similar changes and can offer valuable insights. This sense of community reminds us that we are not alone in our experiences. In Buddhist practice, we often focus on the concept of letting go. This means releasing our attachment to the way things were or the way we want them to be. It is the understanding that clinging to the past or the future can lead to suffering. Instead, by practicing acceptance and letting go, we create space for new experiences and joy. Lastly, cultivating a beginner's mind can be incredibly beneficial. This concept encourages us to approach life with openness and curiosity, as if we were experiencing everything for the first time. When we see change as a new adventure rather than a threat, we open ourselves up to possibilities we might not have considered before. So, how can you begin to embrace change in your own life? Start by reflecting on an area where you feel resistance. What emotions come up for you? Acknowledge these feelings and practice mindfulness to observe them. Then, shift your focus to what this change might bring. What new opportunities lie ahead? How can you learn from this experience? Remember, life is like a river, always flowing and changing. Embracing this reality can lead to a deeper sense of peace and happiness. As you move forward, carry with you the understanding that change is not something to fear. It is a natural part of life's beautiful journey. Embrace it, learn from it, and let it guide you to new horizons. The role of meditation in inner joy. Meditation is a powerful tool that can unlock the door to inner joy. In our busy lives, we often forget to pause, breathe, and reflect. We get caught up in the chaos of daily responsibilities, from work to social obligations, and we neglect our inner peace. Meditation offers a moment of stillness, a chance to connect with our true selves amidst the noise of life. When we meditate, we practice being present. This means letting go of worries about the past or anxieties about the future. Imagine sitting quietly, focusing on your breath, and allowing your thoughts to come and go without judgment. This practice helps us cultivate a sense of awareness and clarity. We begin to see our thoughts as just thoughts, not as truths we must cling to. This realization is liberating and forms the foundation for lasting happiness. Through meditation, we learn to observe our emotions without getting swept away by them. For instance, when we feel anger or sadness, meditation teaches us to sit with those feelings, acknowledge them, and then let them pass. We understand that emotions are temporary. They come and go like clouds in the sky. This understanding helps us react to situations with a calm mind rather than an impulsive one, allowing us to respond to life's challenges with grace. One of the beautiful aspects of meditation is that it can be practiced anywhere and at any time. You don't need a special place or a lot of time to meditate. Even a few minutes of focused breathing can create a shift in your day. Try this simple exercise. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably, and take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it for a moment, and then slowly exhale through your mouth. Repeat this several times. Notice how your body feels and how your mind begins to settle. This is the beginning of a deeper connection to your inner self. In Buddhism, meditation is not just a practice but a way of life. The Buddha himself emphasized the importance of mindfulness and being aware of the present moment. By integrating meditation into our daily routines, we start to develop a mindset that appreciates the here and now. This practice fosters gratitude for simple things: a warm cup of tea, the sound of birds singing, or the feeling of sunlight on our skin. As we continue our meditation journey, we also cultivate compassion for ourselves and others. When we take time to reflect, we become more aware of our thoughts and behaviors. This awareness helps us recognize our own suffering and the suffering of those around us. With this understanding, our hearts open, and we become more inclined to show kindness and empathy. Another vital aspect of meditation is that it encourages self-acceptance. Many of us struggle with self-criticism and feelings of inadequacy. Through meditation, we learn to embrace who we are, flaws and all. We start to see that perfection is an illusion and that our true worth lies in our ability to be authentic and present in our lives. When we accept ourselves, we free ourselves from the burdens of judgment and comparison. In addition to emotional benefits, meditation has physical advantages too. Research shows that regular meditation can reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and improve sleep quality. When our bodies are at ease, our minds can also find clarity and joy. It's a holistic approach to well-being that nourishes both the mind and body. For those new to meditation, it can feel challenging at first. Our minds are often busy, racing from one thought to another. This is completely normal. The key is to be patient and gentle with yourself. Don't get discouraged if you find it hard to focus. Each time you meditate, you are building a muscle. Your ability to concentrate and be present strengthens over time. To deepen your practice, consider joining a meditation group or using guided meditations available online. Engaging with a community can provide support and motivation, helping you stay committed to your practice. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. Many people are seeking the same inner peace and joy. As you progress, you may also explore different forms of meditation, such as loving-kindness meditation or body-scan meditation. Each style offers unique benefits and insights. Loving-kindness meditation, for instance, encourages you to send thoughts of love and compassion to yourself and others, creating a profound sense of connection and warmth. Ultimately, meditation is about discovering your inner landscape. It invites you to explore the depths of your being, where true joy resides. This joy is not dependent on external circumstances. It is a wellspring of peace that exists within you, waiting to be tapped into. Incorporating meditation into your life is a gift you give to yourself. It empowers you to navigate life's ups and downs with a calm heart and a clear mind. As you embrace this practice, you may find that happiness becomes less about what you achieve and more about how you experience each moment. As we conclude this part, remember that the journey to inner joy through meditation is a personal and transformative path. Each step you take brings you closer to a deeper understanding of yourself and a more profound appreciation for life. Embrace the practice, be patient with yourself, and allow meditation to lead you toward a life filled with peace and joy, avoiding the pitfalls of desire and craving. In our journey toward happiness, we often encounter the strong forces of desire and craving. These feelings are part of being human, but they can also lead us down a path of suffering. Imagine a child who wants a new toy. The excitement builds, and they think that once they have it, they will be happy. But when they finally get it, the joy fades quickly, and soon they are looking for the next toy to fill that void. This cycle can continue endlessly, leaving us feeling empty instead of fulfilled. Buddhism teaches us that desire, when unchecked, can become a source of suffering. The Buddha spoke about the concept of tanha, which translates to thirst or craving. This thirst can lead us to constantly seek more. More possessions, more attention, more experiences. While seeking things can bring temporary pleasure, it can also result in disappointment and a never-ending chase for what we think will bring us happiness. To avoid these pitfalls, it is essential to understand the nature of our desires. Not all desires are harmful. Some can motivate us to achieve our goals or to care for others. However, it is crucial to differentiate between healthy desires and those that lead to endless craving. Healthy desires encourage growth and compassion, while harmful desires often stem from insecurity or fear. Consider the difference between wanting to eat because you're hungry and craving junk food because you're feeling sad. The first desire is natural and necessary for your well-being. The second, however, may only provide temporary satisfaction, followed by regret or guilt. This distinction is important. It reminds us to pause and reflect on our motivations before acting on our desires. Practicing mindfulness is a powerful tool in this process. By becoming aware of our thoughts and feelings, we can observe our desires without immediately reacting to them. Instead of automatically giving in to cravings, we can take a step back and ask ourselves, what is driving this desire? Am I truly hungry, or am I seeking comfort? This simple question can shift our perspective and help us respond in a healthier way. In addition, cultivating gratitude can serve as a counterbalance to craving. When we focus on what we already have instead of what we lack, we begin to appreciate the richness of our lives. Gratitude helps us recognize the abundance around us, leading to a greater sense of contentment. Try keeping a gratitude journal where you write down 3 things you are thankful for each day. Over time, this practice can reshape your mindset, making it easier to resist the pull of desire. Another effective strategy is to engage in acts of generosity. When we give to others, we shift our focus away from ourselves and our cravings. Acts of kindness, whether it's volunteering, sharing resources, or simply offering a listening ear, can create a deep sense of fulfillment that material possessions never can. The joy of giving can help us realize that true happiness lies in connection, not accumulation. Additionally, it's essential to remember that desires are not inherently bad. It's our attachment to them that causes suffering. Buddhism encourages us to develop a healthy relationship with our desires. Instead of suppressing them, we can acknowledge their presence and let them pass without judgment. Like clouds drifting through the sky, desires come and go. By practicing non-attachment, we can experience desires without being controlled by them. The practice of meditation can also help in managing desires. When we meditate, we learn to observe our thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. This practice enhances our ability to pause before reacting to cravings. In moments of temptation, a few deep breaths can create space for reflection, allowing us to choose our response thoughtfully rather than impulsively. In essence, avoiding the pitfalls of desire and craving is about finding balance. It's about recognizing our needs while also understanding that constant seeking can lead to dissatisfaction. By cultivating mindfulness, gratitude, and compassion, we can learn to navigate our desires in a way that enriches our lives rather than detracts from them. As we work on this journey, remember that it is a process. There will be days when we stumble and give in to our cravings, and that's okay. What matters is that we learn from these experiences. Each moment provides us with an opportunity to grow and deepen our understanding of ourselves and our desires. In conclusion, by recognizing the nature of desire and the impact it has on our lives, we can begin to cultivate a sense of contentment that is not reliant on external circumstances. Happiness is found not in what we possess, but in our ability to appreciate the present moment, to practice gratitude, and to connect with others. Through mindfulness and compassion, we can transform our relationship with desire, leading us to a more joyful and fulfilling life. Cultivating gratitude in daily life. Gratitude is a powerful practice that can transform your life in profound ways. It's easy to get caught up in what we don't have or what's going wrong in our lives. We often focus on the challenges and forget to appreciate the many blessings that surround us. But what if we shifted our perspective? What if we made it a habit to recognize and celebrate the good things, no matter how small? Imagine waking up each day and taking a moment to think about what you're grateful for. It could be the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of birds singing, or a kind word from a friend. When you start your day with gratitude, it sets a positive tone for everything that follows. This simple practice can lead to a happier, more fulfilling life. Buddhism teaches us that gratitude is not just a reaction to receiving something good. It is an attitude we can cultivate every day. The Buddha emphasized the importance of appreciating the present moment and the simple joys that come with it. When we practice gratitude, we develop a sense of contentment that allows us to enjoy life as it is, rather than constantly yearning for something more. One of the easiest ways to cultivate gratitude is through a gratitude journal. Take a few minutes each evening to write down 3 things you're thankful for that day. They can be as simple as enjoying a warm cup of tea or having a conversation with a loved one. Over time, this practice helps you to notice the positive aspects of your life more readily. You'll begin to train your mind to focus on abundance instead of lack. Another effective way to nurture gratitude is by expressing it to others. When someone does something kind for you, take a moment to say thank you, and let them know how much you appreciate their gesture. This not only strengthens your relationships, but also creates a ripple effect of positivity. It encourages others to practice gratitude too, creating a community of appreciation and kindness. In addition, try to incorporate gratitude into your daily routines. As you eat your meals, take a moment to think about where the food came from. Acknowledge the farmers, the earth, and the resources that made your meal possible. By doing this, you develop a deeper connection to the world around you. This mindful practice of gratitude can turn even mundane activities into moments of joy. It's also important to remember that gratitude isn't just for the good times. In fact, some of the most profound lessons come from our struggles. When faced with difficulties, try to find something positive within the experience. Perhaps it taught you resilience or brought you closer to those you love. By acknowledging these lessons, you can transform pain into growth and understanding. Gratitude helps us to build emotional resilience. When we regularly focus on what we're thankful for, we become better equipped to handle challenges. Life will always have ups and downs, but a grateful heart allows us to navigate these fluctuations with grace. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by adversity, we can draw strength from our appreciation for the good that exists alongside the bad. It's also essential to share your gratitude with the world. Acts of kindness can spread like wildfire. When you express your gratitude, whether through a smile, a note, or a simple act of kindness, it inspires others to do the same. This creates a chain reaction that can uplift an entire community. You never know how much your small gesture can impact someone else's day. Incorporating mindfulness into your gratitude practice is another powerful approach. Spend a few minutes each day sitting in silence and reflecting on what you appreciate in your life. Close your eyes, take deep breaths, and allow feelings of thankfulness to wash over you. This not only enhances your gratitude, but also calms your mind and centers your spirit. As you develop a gratitude practice, you might notice that your overall outlook on life begins to shift. Instead of feeling stuck in negativity, you start to see the beauty in everyday moments. You begin to appreciate the simple pleasures that life offers, and you realize that happiness is not about accumulating more but recognizing what you already have. Buddhism teaches that suffering often arises from our attachment to desires. When we want more, we can easily overlook the joy that already exists in our lives. By practicing gratitude, we learn to let go of this endless pursuit and instead find contentment in the present moment. This realization can be incredibly liberating. In essence, gratitude is about recognition. It's about acknowledging the small miracles that happen every day. The smile from a stranger, the beauty of nature, the love from family and friends. By consciously choosing to focus on these aspects, we invite more joy and positivity into our lives. As you embark on this journey of cultivating gratitude, remember that it is a practice. Like any skill, it takes time to develop. Be patient with yourself and allow gratitude to grow naturally. Over time, you'll find that it becomes a natural part of your life, shaping the way you see the world. In conclusion, gratitude is a powerful tool for transforming your life. It helps you focus on the positive, build resilience, and foster deeper connections with others. By incorporating gratitude into your daily routine, you can experience a profound shift in your perspective, leading to greater happiness and fulfillment. So take a moment today to reflect on what you're grateful for, and let that gratitude guide you on your path to a happier life. Living with purpose and wisdom, a Buddhist perspective. As we reach the final part of our journey together, it's time to reflect on what it truly means to live with purpose and wisdom. In Buddhism, every action we take should align with our deeper values and intentions. This is how we cultivate a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling. So, how can we ensure that we are living in a way that resonates with our true selves? First, let's consider the importance of setting intentions. When we wake up each day, we have a choice. We can let life happen to us, or we can take charge and live intentionally. Ask yourself, what do I want to achieve today? What values do I want to embody? By being clear about our intentions, we can guide our actions toward a more purposeful life. For example, if you value kindness, start your day with a commitment to be kind to others. This small act can set a positive tone for the rest of your day. Next, we must practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being fully present in each moment, allowing us to engage with life more deeply. When we pay attention to our thoughts, feelings, and actions, we become aware of how they align with our purpose. This awareness helps us to make better choices. Try taking a few moments each day to sit quietly and reflect on how you are spending your time. Are your actions supporting your goals and values? If not, think about how you can adjust your approach. Another key aspect of living with purpose is embracing the idea of interconnectedness. Buddhism teaches that everything is connected, and our actions have consequences not just for ourselves, but for the world around us. When we act with compassion and understanding, we contribute to a more harmonious world. Take a moment to appreciate the impact you have on those around you. A simple smile or a word of encouragement can create ripples of positivity. Furthermore, we must let go of the need for perfection. Life is not about being flawless. It's about learning and growing. Embrace your mistakes and view them as opportunities for growth. This mindset will allow you to navigate challenges with grace and resilience. Remember, it's through our struggles that we often find our greatest strength. Gratitude is another powerful practice that can enhance our sense of purpose. By taking time each day to reflect on what we are thankful for, we shift our focus from what is lacking to what we have. This simple shift in perspective can open our hearts and minds to the abundance around us. Consider keeping a gratitude journal where you jot down a few things you appreciate each day. It's a wonderful way to cultivate a positive mindset. As we think about our purpose, it's essential to recognize the value of community. Surrounding ourselves with supportive and like-minded individuals can inspire us to stay aligned with our goals. Seek out relationships that nurture your growth and well-being. Whether it's friends, family, or spiritual communities, these connections can provide encouragement and accountability. In addition, we must be willing to adapt and evolve. Life is ever-changing, and our purpose may shift over time. Stay open to new experiences and be willing to reevaluate your goals. What was once important may no longer serve you. Trust your instincts and follow the path that feels right in your heart. This flexibility will lead you to a more authentic and satisfying life. As we conclude this journey, let's remember that living with purpose is a lifelong practice. It requires dedication, mindfulness, and a willingness to grow. Embrace each day as an opportunity to align your actions with your values. The path to a meaningful life is not a destination but a continuous journey. Lastly, always remember to be kind to yourself. The journey to living with purpose can be challenging, and it's okay to stumble along the way. Treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer to a friend. Acknowledge your efforts and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of living a happy life through the lens of Buddhism. I hope these insights inspire you to embrace a more purposeful and joyful existence. As you move forward, carry these teachings in your heart and share them with others. Together, we can create a world filled with wisdom, compassion, and understanding. Now, as we part ways, I invite you to take a deep breath and set your intention for the next chapter of your life. What will you choose to focus on? How will you cultivate happiness and purpose? The answers lie within you. Trust yourself and continue to seek the path that resonates with your soul. Thank you for being a part of this journey. May you find peace, joy, and fulfillment in all that you do.